23rd, and we're going to show you the puppies who at this point are still available for reservation. So here we have our solid orange pup. He is the biggest of the available puppies, and we want to show him to you. He is 9 weeks old, and he has kind of an arrow-shaped marking right here on his chest. He's got a tiny bit of white right here in his throat, right in the collar area. And he's got a little bit of white on his 2 back paws, right around his toenail area. Sorry, you don't know what's yellow, huh? So that is our solid orange. He's going to be a really big Vizsla. Mom and Dad are both big from him, so we expect him to be really, really large. Probably very much like River, his daddy. So if you look at River on our website, he's just large bone structure, very muscular, not fat, but you know, a thick, muscular build, big head, and he weighs between 70 and 75 pounds, and that's about probably what Mr. Orange here will be like. All right, this puppy we call Neon Chevron. You can see his color right here. He is the smallest of the available puppies, and we're going to show him to you. So if we look at his front paws, they are solid. If we look at his back paws, there's maybe 1 or 2 white hairs around his toe right there, but not much at all. And his chest, he has just the tiniest little few white hairs right there on the calic of his chest. So he is very, very lightly marked. You can be in a minute, buddy. He is very, very lightly marked. It's very possible as a grown Vizsla that he will be solid, or he might keep just those few hairs around. But usually when there's just a couple hairs like that, they'll fade as they grow. So here is Neon Chevron. He's going to be much, much smaller than, say, Orange, who is the biggest. He'll be, you know, kind of a smaller build of a Vizsla. All right, so here is Yellow Chevron. You can see the ribbon right here. And Yellow Chevron is a boy, and we're going to show him to you. So if we look at his front paws, oh, he's hiding. They are solid. If we look at his back paws, they are solid. He has just a few tiny bit of white right there in the throat, just a few hairs. And then he has some marking right here on his chest, under his calic. So there is Yellow Chevron. All right, next we have our Green Dot puppy. Green Dot is a boy, and we will show him to you. If we look at his front paws, they are solid. If we look at his back paws, they are solid. If we lift up his head here, there's nothing in the neck and throat, and nothing on the chest. So Green Dot is what we would call a solid Vizsla, meaning he has no white markings. And he's probably going to be kind of a tall, slender build, would be my guess for his physical structure. All right, here is the Blue Chevron puppy, and we will show him to you. He is another boy, and we'll take a look at him. So if you look at his front paws here, they are solid. If we look at his back paws, he's got just a little bit of white, kind of right between these 2 toes. That probably won't stay super noticeable as he grows. Usually these ones on their toes kind of fade, you know, and kind of all the fur right around their toenails ends up fading a little bit as they run through things and all that. So it is a marking, but it probably won't stay super noticeable. If we lift up his chin, he's solid in the neck and throat area, but he does have a little marking just right here on his chest, kind of centered right there at his calic. So just very light marking there, and a tiny, tiny bit on his toes. So that is our Blue Chevron boy. And if I were to make a guess at his physical structure when he's grown, I would say he's going to be kind of middle, average sized Vizsla. All right, here is our Orange Dot. So we have an orange solid and an orange dot. This is the one with the dot on his ribbon, and we will show him to you. So if we look at his front paws, they're solid. If we look at his back paws, he has a little tiny bit around that toe, right there. I know, buddy, I'm making you hold still, huh? Just a couple of hairs on that back foot. So again, very, very lightly marked on the toes. If we lift up his chin, he does have some marking. Put down, lay down right here. He does have some marking right through here through his throat area. And he has a very big, definite marking on his chest. Let's show it to him. See right there. He has very definite big marking through the chest and, you know, kind of across right here in that chest area. So there is our orange dot puppy. Again, making a guess at his physical structure, I would guess him to be tall and slender at maturity. All right, here is our brown dot puppy, another boy, and we will show him to you. So if we look at his front paws, they are solid. If we look at his back paws, he has markings around both of his back paws, around his toes. They are a little bit bigger than the other puppy's toe markings, so these ones probably will stay noticeable as he is grown. If we lift up, I think he's going to have a little bit of marking in his throat. The fur is so thin right now, it's hard to know for sure, but I think that that will probably be there. And if we look at his chest, he has some marking right there across his chest. So a marked puppy for Mr. Brown Dot here. And again, probably a tall, slender build when he is grown. All right, and here is our only available girl. She is the yellow dot. So there is a yellow chevron who is a boy. She wants to kiss me. And the yellow dot is our girl that is available. And we will show her to you. If we look at her paws on the front, she is solid. On the back, she has markings, and they are big enough ones. These ones will probably stay somewhat noticeable as she's grown. If we lift up her throat area, she has some white there, quite a bit of white on her in the throat. And then some white right here across the chest. So another marked puppy for our yellow dot. She is our one available female. Making a guess on her structure, I would guess her to be a tall, slender girl when she is grown as well. Good.